To order this webinar of the City of St. Louis Board of Public Service Soldiers Memorial Commission. Today is Thursday, July 17th, 2025, and it's 3:05 p.m. My name is Linnea Magnuson, and I chair the commission. We will proceed according to the agenda, and first we'll do the roll call of Soldiers Memorial Commissioners. So first we have Freddie Dunlap. Is Freddie here? Don't think so. Okay, Jason Fletcher is coming. Janika?
Present.
Janika Hayden. Okay, Judith Hansis.
Here.
Gilberto Pinella? Maybe not. Okay, Levon Smart.
Here.
Okay, Steve Wall.
Present.
And Linnea Magnuson, and that's 5 of us. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, we have a quorum. Okay, that's good. And again, I apologize. I had some problem with sharing my screen today, and I've still got it. So if it's a little clunky, that is the reason. Let's see if I get this to move down here. Let me move the screen down here. Okay, here we go. Okay, so move another page here. This is really, I really apologize for this. This is okay. These are the meeting minutes from our March 20th, 2025 meeting, and I hope you can read them well enough. I don't know what I did to make this all as garbled as it is, but maybe you can read through them, and then I can do a motion and we can approve them if we can.
I'll motion to approve.
Okay.
Second.
Okay, can you still see the meeting minutes? Yes, okay. Okay, I got this down there. All right.
Gilberto's in the waiting room.
Okay, can you move them into the meeting, perhaps? City of St. Louis. Person, did he not start? Okay. I cannot do that. Do not think. Shoot. Is the City of St. Louis person here? Hello? No. Okay, well, that's not very good. Okay. I cannot do that.
STL TV, can you please bring Gilberto Pinella in as a participant to speak at this meeting?
Don't see here. STL TV person?
I was trying to promote him. Oh, he should be there now. He's over
He's
there.
there. He's here.
Okay, great. Gilberto, you can hear us. Sorry about the trouble today. Have to work on this, do some practices before next time. Okay, so
Yeah.
can I have a motion to approve the minutes from the March 20th, 2025 meeting?
So moved.
Okay, do I have a second?
Second.
Okay, all those in favor, can you say aye?
Aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? No. Any abstaining? Okay, so the approval of the March 20th, 2025 meeting minutes or webinar minutes were approved as presented. Okay, let me go back up here then. We'll be so bad. Okay, we'll go up here to the webinar meeting minutes. All right, so the second thing would be the Pledge of Allegiance. And I was wondering if Steve Wall, could you lead us in the pledge? If he's still in there.
Sure.
Sure, thanks.
All right.
Yep.
I pledge allegiance to the flag
Flag.
of the United States of America
to the
To the republic for which it stands,
one
one nation,
under God,
under God,
indivisible,
liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Okay. All right. So let's see. Guess then finally we get to send it over to Mark Sunlove. So hopefully it'll go more smoothly now. Mark, can you give us the update on what's happening at Soldiers Memorial, please?
I sure can. I'd be more than happy to. First, I'd like to introduce Laura Shaughnessy. Laura's joined us today. Laura is the new chair of the committee that the Board of Trustees for the Missouri Historical Society operates for subcommittee for Soldiers Memorial. Laura is the chair. So Laura, I don't know if you wanted to introduce yourself or say anything, but now would be perfect.
Hello, everyone. I'm just going to sit and observe and happy to be a part.
Thank you.
Thanks, Laura. All right. Let's see. Operations. Yeah, I'm good. All right. Sorry. Operations. Just a few things. We have entered into a partnership with Easter Seals for weekly cleanup of the Court of Honor. So they've been coming every Friday for a couple hours cleaning up the Court of Honor, which has been fantastic. The attendance through the first half is up this year, which is great. We're at about 12,000 people, and that's up from 10,000 the previous 2 years, and that's in the first half of the year. So through June, it's about a 16% increase. And it's also the highest attendance we've had since 2019, which was of course, we saw the big boom from the grand reopening. And so really a very good year in terms of attendance so far, and we expect that to continue throughout the rest of the year. So we should hit around probably 25,000 in that neighborhood for this year. So that'll be great. Events and programs. Recently, those in the recent past, Memorial Day was extremely well attended, had about 300, I think, in attendance. That program continues to grow each year. It's a really nice program. This year we had the Red and Black Brass Band play, and they led us in a kind of like a funeral dirge through the Court of Honor with individuals placing wreaths, and really got the public involved, which was nice. Who walked, all the speakers, but then all the audience as well. They all walked through the Court of Honor in kind of a procession, which was a nice event. And then following that, not long after that, about 3 weeks, we opened up the Tuskegee Airmen exhibit on June 19th, and also did the ceremonial renaming of Chestnut Street that day. And that was another very well attended event. Again, probably in the neighborhood of 350 people for that event.
No.
And then a week after that was Pride Fest, which, as most of you know, completely surrounds us. So we lots of challenges, but also lots of opportunities for us. So again, this year we did what we call the chill room, which is upstairs in one of the classrooms. We set out tables and cold drinks and snacks, and those are available for active military, veterans, retirees, and also members of the Historical Society. So that's kind of a nice thing that we do, and gets folks some special treatment there. Those folks who have served mostly. And then on the other end, in the assembly hall, we show documentaries throughout the day that look at the LGBTQIA experience in service. So those are kind of the two main things that we offer. Of course, we get really good attendance because of the festival. We get about 250 people each day. So again, opportunities and challenges with the Pride Fest. Upcoming events, next week, or actually a week from today, we're doing the Wall That Heals experience, and this will be a breakfast in a bus that will leave. So we'll feed folks here at Soldiers Memorial, and then they'll be bused down to Jefferson Barracks County Park, where the Wall That Heals. This is the 3/4 scale replica of the Vietnam War Memorial in DC. So they'll get down there in time for the opening ceremony that Thursday morning. So I sent you all an email on this. Please continue to promote that. I thought that that was going to be an easy one to fill that bus, but it's proven more challenging than I thought. So any sharing of that event would be appreciated, and of course you all are welcome to come on that as well. Anybody's welcome, of course, but that's free breakfast and bus down to JB. So that'll be a nice event. And then that wall is there all through Sunday about 2 p.m. It is when it closes. So it's there from really available Thursday morning through Sunday afternoon. 24/7 availability to visit that. So certainly, even if you can't attend the breakfast or the bus, I would encourage you to go visit that experience. We tried to get that here 2 years ago, I think, and we were not successful. So Ameren wanted to help bring it to St. Louis, so they approached us, and then we broke the news to them that we, had tried, and but then we connected them with JB, and JB was successful. And of course, they found a beautiful spot for it there. It's very, pastoral. It's set in an open field, surrounded by trees and whatnot. So it'll be a really nice experience there. The event organizers were not too excited about our downtown location. They really want like a quiet, reverent space, and not just St. Louis, but any downtown doesn't really check the boxes they were looking for. So JB was a better location for it. So we're really happy to help JB and Ameren get together and make that happen. And then after that, our events in August 10th and 24th, matinees at the Memorial return. So this is the third year that we've done this. Last year it was wildly successful, filled the Assembly Hall for both films. This year on the August 10th, we're doing a documentary on the Tuskegee Airmen. And then on August 24th, we're showing the new Hollywood film, The 6888, which is the Black women who were serving in the military and getting the mail figured out over in Europe, which those of you who have served know the importance of mail. And so their work during World War II was incredibly important. So we'll show that one on the 24th. And then Stand Down will be in September. Really proud again to host that. And then Hispanic Heritage Month event will be October 4th. So Gilberto has really taken the lead on this, put together a really nice panel of speakers. That'll be October 4th. It's a Saturday morning here at 10 a.m. So just getting the promo materials put together for that now and getting that spun up. So that'll be a nice event. And again, Gilberto took the lead on all that. I just am helping to basically make the wheels go around, but not doing much of the work. So thank you, Gilberto. And then exhibits, we closed Ghost Army on Memorial Day, May 26th. That was its final day. Over 16,000 people saw that exhibit between September and May. So did really well for us. We got a lot of media coverage. I don't know how many different radio and TV interviews we did. As you recall, we were supposed to close that in January, but then we were able to extend it. So that was a really good thing for us, which brought us into late May. And then of course on Juneteenth, like I said, we opened Tuskegee Airmen, America's Freedom Flyers, and that's with us now until November 2nd. And then quickly after that, on November 11th, on Veterans Day, we open another exhibit called 2 Minutes to Midnight and the Architecture of Armageddon. And this is it's almost more of a art exhibit, I guess, a photographic exhibit of both offensive and defensive nuclear related facilities, mostly, Cold War stuff, but still with us today, really. And so that exhibit will open November 11th, and then it's pretty short. It runs just a couple months until January. So that's kind of the rest of the year for exhibits. And then the MAC Banner Show this year, Gilberto and his team have been working on developing a honoring the legacy of Missouri's Hispanic veterans banner show. So that will go up at the athletic club in October. And Judith always does tremendous work for us, making sure that helping us to get that spot at the athletic clubs, both downtown and the west location. So thanks to Judith for that. Thanks for Gilberto for and his team for putting together the content on that. And then so that'll be this year's traveling banner show. I don't know. We've done one of those every year now, so we have about 7 or so of those banner shows that are kind of in the stable, and we try to get them out to different places. One's over at 1520. The Vietnam War exhibit is there. They've been out to county libraries, and so if you know any place that could use one or whatnot, they're usually about 8 banners. They pull up like a trade show type banner. They're about 6 feet tall and a couple feet wide. And so if you have a location that you think might be suitable, just let me know. Happy to reach out to whoever you have in mind, and we can get that over to them. And it's good for Soldiers Memorial because it has our name on it, so it's promotional for us, but it's also, of course, they're all educational as well. So that's about it for exhibits. And then for collections, I think the most notable collection that we brought in was Tom Gilmore's stuff. So that I think has gone all the way through BPS and been approved for the Soldiers Memorial Collection. So of course, all of you, I didn't really get to work with Tom. I met him, but he was ill soon after I really met him, and so I never really had the pleasure to work with Tom, but I know a lot of you did for many years, and so it's nice to have that stuff move into the collection now. And it's not only his military service, but also his service on this commission. So it's kind of a neat historical record of that as well. The kind of the history of this commission and his work. So, and happy to take questions or conversation on any of that.
Mark, it's Judith.
Hey, Judith.
I'd like to bring our MEC Forever Young Club down to do the film and guided tour of the Tuskegee exhibit. I asked the group last week, and there seems to be interest in doing that. So I'll send you an email.
Awesome.
There'd be 15 or 20 of us. That would be the end of October, so probably.
Okay. We did that last year, right, Judith?
We did it with the Ghost Army. They loved it.
Yeah. Let's do it again.
Most of the vets in the group are Vietnam vets.
Okay.
And for some of them didn't know anything, had never heard of the Ghost Army. So others had, and were excited to see the film and also the exhibition.
Well, I was laughing with Molly last week because, that I'll give Molly all the credit for that exhibit. She found that a traveling exhibit at the World War II Museum and brought it to my attention. And I was like, whatever. I said, I'd never heard of this before, the Ghost Army. I said, what are we talking about here? So anyway, Molly was in grad school at the time. And so it was her her final project to coordinate bringing that here, and so kind of a cool.
Oh,
It worked well for her. It worked well for me. It worked well for Soldiers Memorial and all of us. So it was a really well-attended exhibit and just a fascinating history. And I think the same now is true with the Tuskegee exhibit. Half of that exhibit is dedicated to St. Louisans who served in that unit, of which there were over 90 folks in that unit. Not just pilots, but everybody from admin to mechanics to all that it takes, right? The Air Force is always 90% support personnel and 10% the war fighters, the pilots and whatnot. So a lot of that 90%, a lot of them were not pilots, but there were a good handful of excellent pilots.
and Mark,
Yep.
with your banner exhibitions, have you thought about getting them out on Page and up at the Record Center up in North County?
Oh,
Yeah.
no, I haven't.
I bet those two places would be really good they'd get a lot of exposure there.
The Record Center.
The Record Center up on I-270 and 67. And then all of this, I don't know what all they do these days out on Page, but I do know their veteran service reps are there at other offices, and they have a huge kind of central, and if you were in a big old Catholic church, it would be sort of like everything's around it, but this huge floor where the dome is above is empty and available for gatherings, whatever. So they would have a neat space for it.
But yeah, that would be great. I mean, right now, most of them are here sitting in the basement, right? So they're not doing anybody any good. So the more we can get them out, the better. So, they are, a lot of them are exhibits that we've done. They serve a dual purpose. We do the Vietnam one, we did the big exhibit here, and then we use that content to make the banner show. So they kind of, there's a number of them that have been exhibits here, and then we kind of travel them in the same way through this banner show exhibit format. So so anybody who, if you have any connections to places that you think might like them, it's always good to have them. We always have one over at 1520 for that's a lot of City Hall West, I think some folks call it. So that's there right in the lobby. And
what would be wrong with some locations over at Scott Air Force Base?
yeah,
They have several really big commands over there. I don't have any connections, but I do know that General Beckett could get that started with the Army folks, the transportation.
that's a great idea. Certainly the MWR, there's a base library. I'm sure they could go there, or
all kinds of places.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a good one.
So Mark, just to comment about that, and Judith, you guys are talking about Scott Air Force Base. The new director of operations for Mayor Spencer is Colonel Ben Johnson. He just retired from the Air Force. Might be a good opportunity to send Ben an email, Mark, and ask him if he would have a contact you could get in touch with there.
Okay. He's the director of operations for the mayor?
Yes, and Colonel Ben Johnson, JonSson.
Okay.
Yeah, I just met him today in person, and he has the most impressive, to me, at least that I've seen in person, the most impressive collection of challenge coins. His office is just, because he served over 20 years. Probably more than 100 challenge coins. Just all over the place. He has them he has them presented everywhere, different military operations and whatnot. Yeah, just a great guy. Yeah, I think his official title, which I'm surprised by, because I didn't think we had this, but maybe we just made a change, He's the chief operating officer. At least that's what his ID badge says.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'll have to get him or maybe you can, Jason, or Rich, a Soldiers Memorial Challenge coin. He can add that to his collection.
Maybe
that's
it'd be a
awesome.
great thing for
Hey.
Jason too, since he
I
knows.
never got one, Mark. I would love one.
Yeah, we need to get you one.
Hey, Mark, I am down the street from him in the mayor's office, so I'll go knock on his door and get
Okay.
that contact for you.
Awesome. Yeah, that's good.
And let him know that there will be a coin coming his way.
Excellent.
He's my office mate.
All right. Very good.
Anything
Oh,
else that anybody has? Oh, go ahead,
Well,
Mark.
Levon had written to me about, I don't remember quite what you called it, Levon, but it was like a city calendar or,
So the community email that usually goes out that everybody gets, I was just wondering if the breakfast was put on there, and if it could go out that way, so other people would know other than the ones that you sent it to.
do you know who like controls that, or maybe Linnea, maybe you know, I don't know who, is there a way to send?
It used to come out of the mayor's office, so I don't know if Garrett, our administrative assistant, or Sean, the executive assistant, is the one who's putting out the calendar. I will ask.
Okay. Yeah, that would be, I mean, I can send them
As
not
soon as we're
only the
finished here.
breakfast, but I can send them, all of our events if he wants to.
Yeah.
It is a city-owned building. We operate it, but it's city owned, so they, there's a little bit of a, they have a stake in the game, I'd say, for sure.
Yeah, I just have to find out because Sean is now dealing with being the executive assistant to the mayor, and then I think he's doing some of those duties as well. But I'll find out and get back with you.
Okay, cool.
Anything else? Mark, it sounds really great.
Yeah, I think I'm really excited about attendance. The fact that that's up to 12,000. The last 2 years, it's been around 10,000 at the halfway point. So we're up a couple thousand, which is, to me is good. 16% is, I think, a noticeable increase. So it's nice. Keep that going. I think this format with the programming is working well, and so we'll keep pushing that. And like Memorial Day is kind of a classic example of, what we're hoping for, and that is we get these programs established as annual recurring events, and then they continue to grow every year. We struggled for a few years there with these kind of like one-off events, just getting attendance, but this pattern of the recurring events really seems to be working and driving attendance up. So which is great. And I think the word is definitely getting out. We see people all the time who's making their first visit, or they're, learning that Soldiers Memorial is here. And that's awesome, right? That, I love those people that, they had never, it's exciting when people are here who had never heard of it before. It's a shame in some ways, but then it's also like, all right, the word's getting out, and that's a good sign. And I'll go to my grave thinking that the best marketing and advertising museums will ever have is word of mouth, to people talking to other people and sharing positive comments and reviews about places. Really helps drive attendance and participation. So thanks to all of you for that.
Is there anything else someone would like to ask Mark, or something else? Questions or new business or announcements from anybody? No? Okay. I guess then, can I have a motion to close the meeting of the Soldiers Memorial Commission on July 17th, 2025?
So moved.
Second.
A second?
Second.
Thank you. All those in favor of closing the meeting of the July 17th, 2025 Soldiers Memorial Commission meeting, please say aye.
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 Any opposed? No. And abstentions? Thank you very much, everybody.
Thanks, Mark. That was great.
Thank you. Y'all take care.
Fantastic job as always.
you.
Thank
All
you,
right.
guys.
Take care.
Thank you.